Robot Damashii Gundam Double X.
Hey, what's up again, everybody? It's Robert184, 2Rs2Bs Gundam Reviews .net, and you've already seen the unbox and just the posability and some comparisons here with the Gundam Double X from Robot Damashii. It's got a lot of play options and a surprising amount of features, so let's get right to it so you can see all of the features for this great looking MS. And for regular standing poses here, and even with aerial ones, you can have some fun with the twin satellite cannons as you can get that impression of momentum as he whooshes side to side. Just think Gundam versus Gundam there. But how about the Buster Rifle? I actually think it looks really impressive. First of all, for the colors, love the silver, love the blue. Everything about it is looking sharp, and that shield, again, nice and positional. You can get it in front exactly where it should be. If you're ever having problems with this guy's ankles, remember you can cheat and actually just position those downward and he can lean back on there, but so far haven't needed to do that. You might be a little bit disappointed here as the shoulder doesn't swing all that far forward if you wanted to shoot across to the left side of the body. But again, you can still have some fun with the reflectors here, angling them in different directions and making it even asymmetrical if you want, as he gets ready to fire. But there's some transforming, size-changing cheating going on here, as these skirts, which are pretty easy to pop off here, you'll notice that they're going to have the handles, so you can take these off and just detach that, and then that's going to make sense when you actually want to go throw them in hand. But here's what you're going to be getting in the box, and you'll notice that the ones that you took off his hips have no relation in terms of actual size with the one that you're going to be putting in hand. It is going to work well with the hands, but of course, you're not really going to be looking down here. So what are you going to be getting? Look at that. 4 sides. This is the kind of thing that you'd expect something like the Crossbone Gun to have. It's awesome in game and it's going to look awesome in hand, you'd figure, from any angle. But once you get him up aerial here, you can have even more fun whooshing around those twin satellite cannons. Here's where the toes pointing down are going to be painting off, and it's great to see the little details. Silver paint over there and the yellow. But basically this guy's going to do a great job of looking down at his beam sword here, and it's the kind of thing, it actually looks great, like I said, from any angle. It's really wide, it's really crazy looking. The only thing is, it probably could just be extended a little bit longer if you wanted to make him have even more cartoony visual oomph, but it's the kind of thing where his backpack is going to take care of that shortly. And don't forget, you're going to be getting the bonus of having 2 of these, but if you did want to attach them on to the grips here that are attached onto the hips, no luck whatsoever. Bandai really is cheating here, Soundwave style. And how about this for a bonus for the plates, as you've got the ones that are going to attach on to the legs and the forearms there. They are only going to be giving you 2. We'll have to see if the third one is going to be hidden inside, but how about that? They go to the trouble of taking it, making it goldy orange there, and you can actually see through it. It's nice and translucent. It's not going to match the reflectors, but nonetheless, it's going to have a good appeal, and it'll look even better perhaps if it's rotating around. And how is this going to work? Well, you're going to be taking off this outer blue part, and then you're going to see this part down below, which actually has some paint apps on there, and then it's going to be a lot more open as you get ready to arm it up. And how's this for a nice touch? As you've got those extra little lines down there, what that does is it stops you from putting the wrong plate on the wrong leg there. That's going to attach on, and then you've just got this same blue part that we've just removed, and then you can pop that back on. You're only going to be seeing 2 there in gold, but nonetheless, they're going to be sticking out at a huge angle. It's definitely going to catch the eye, and the fact that you can see through it somewhat is really a nice visual touch. For the forearms, it's a matter of this blue part falling off, which it does with alarming regularity there. You can see these gray parts, they're very cleverly designed so that you have to put them on in the right way, and once you've done that, then you can actually take this plate and plug that in. It's going to be looking pretty cool up there, and then you can take the forearm and then just cover this whole thing up. It's definitely going to be standing out again, as you can see the angle that it protrudes from the body at. And as he prepares to release the Kraken here, I've got to say that I think these look absolutely fantastic, and the big reason for it is they are completely ridiculously oversized there. Just everything about them, they're too long. You can see the forearms, they'd be folding up and hitting his shoulder. Doesn't matter, it's going to be adding a lot of impact. The clear orange is going to be a very different color from the yellow that you see in the V-fin and on the chest, and it's going to be different from the gold that you're about to see. Nonetheless, you can see how much it stands out. But ultimately, I think this is where you need somebody who's good at stop motion here, as you can take These parts here, the reflectors, you'll notice that you move down the big one first, and then you get down the second one, and it's actually going to fit in there very nicely. If you can make it out over there, outside of those yellow parts, I think it looks fantastic. And for the details, you'll notice that even though it isn't going to be clear there, it is just painted on. It's a very attractive gold there, and it looks sort of like a circuit board underneath. All the better to fry you from the moon with. And oh, Gundam Seed, you're so ridiculous with your big backpacks. This is how big backpacks are done. Yeah, anyway, love the forearms, love the legs, the golds are looking fantastic, everything about this guy. And remember, he's even still got more big guns that aren't quite hidden, but are ready to be deployed, well, once a month. With some more not quite a stop-motion quality there. Check these out for the twin satellite cannons. You'll notice that they're going to be expanding, and as they extend there, they've actually got different colors in there to go along with green paint apps and a nice hollow blaster there. And then it's time for more cheating, as you'll notice this gray part in here. You can actually slide it out pretty easily. I just had it half out there. And it's going to be way too small, but then you're going to be taking these larger parts that you can see here are looking good with, again, that nice green, slightly reflective, looking great. And you'll see that this is just going to slide in here, and then when it does that, you can get everything just lined up nicely, including a satisfying click. And though some may say you should never go full moon, Garrod is not one to listen to them. How about this? You've got everything from the reflectors and the twin satellite cannons deployed, not to mention the plates. I think this guy is looking fantastic, and I've got to say that there's a lot more fun to it. First of all, the thing that I just really like about it is that I'm very impressed with the ball joint there, the way that it attaches into the shoulders. Sometimes with the twin satellite cannons, you'd think that they'd be forced to just swing over in one direction and then sit there and both be going forward in a parallel direction. But in this case, you can actually do some pretty cool stuff with it. Have one off to the left, one off to the right, both tracking left or right. You can even move them ever so slightly up or down. But I'm also really impressed with the way the reflectors, you can get the three of them angled at whatever you want. You can have them going down while the guns go up or vice versa. Have them all follow along with where his eyes are looking to destroy. This is an angry Gundam, and Freedom should be taking notes. This guy did it very well even earlier. So some final thoughts where I had to say at the beginning, I wondered why 4,800 yen for a Gundam like this. Well, anyway, I've got to say that for me, it's well worth it. Starting with the regular stuff that you may not even end up using, but I love the fact that you're going to be getting the absolute massive swords here. I think they look fantastic. You do have to do the cheating with that hip parts, but you've got to do a lot of cheating with this guy. It's one of the big real knocks against it. But I think it's going to look better in hand, and everything can be oversized, cartoony. Maybe it could have been a little bit longer, but it's made up for by the fact that it's got the 4 parts, or it's going off in the 4 directions. Same thing with the legs. You're going to have to keep a Ziploc on hand to make sure you've got all these extra parts, and you can put them away, and that includes the shoulders. So you don't want to lose anything, but the fact that they didn't try to make it all transform from one body means that you're going to get something that in the end, yes, it's cheating all over the place, here, and up for the shoulders, but it looks better because of it. I'm also a big fan of these. They may get lost in the shuffle as the DX. You're always going to be thinking the reflectors and the twin satellite cannons. But in-game, these are a lot of fun, and they're actually going to look good, because why not? Right now, I've just got the focus on the plates, but why not replace them and give him absolutely everything? You can do it. Why not throw one of these in his shield hand? You get the idea. This guy's got play options galore, well worth the money, and if you can get past the regular knocks, the kind of things where we've got these things in the back, and so what are you going to be doing with them? Well, not much if you're trying to attach some of the accessories, so a Ziploc is going to be necessary, but when you combine the fact that we've got some great green on the chest, silver underneath, it looks like, the clear plates there, and the gold with all the extra trouble that they went to with the etching, the fact that you've got all the green apps as you'd expect there over the shoulders, a fantastic head sculpt. You can see that these can extend, and they've got multiple colors on there, tons of extra manipulators. This guy is an absolute treat in his robot Damashii form. It's getting me even more excited to get his HGAW 1144th high grade. And of course, we all know what... Anyway, I want the master grade 1100th. Wing Zero's gotta go grab his busters if he wants to hang out here any longer. But what do you think? What's the future of the DX? Where else do you want to see it? Anyway, how do you think about this stacks up in the robot Damashii line compared to some others? And how about that high grade? Don't forget to check out its review, and you can see these guys side by side. Everything I've said in this review is just my opinion. Don't forget to go to gundamreviews.net, click on Robot Damashii, click on his link, and then you can go vote there. Do you like this? I always like to check out the percentages that you guys give for it. And anyway, please let me know what you think with a comment down below. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stick around for lots more Gunpla and Robot Damashis and some very cool MSs like this. Thanks for watching. In the name of the moon, I will punish you.